Final game in our first round for the Red Bull Campus Clutch South African Finals. LUNAR is facing off against SONOP B, and I'm pretty excited about this one because we are going to be seeing some interesting fun going down. And as I said that, of course, it is getting really interesting because one of our players has run away this fast. They're not scary, I promise. Playing these competitions, it's really fun. Video games are fun. You don't need to run around, so we're patiently now waiting for a play. But let's chat a little bit about these two teams, right? So this will probably be the most on paper, because this is the thing, all we've got is stats about the teams before that, but pretty evenly matched. We don't know a lot about LUNAR. We don't know a lot about SONOP B. Obviously, LUNAR coming from PE, they're our third seed. SONOP B from Pretoria, they're the B team to SONOP A, who we saw earlier. So those two teams had to play each other in res to see which got which letter. And SONOP B did lose to them on Ascent, but they're here now, and they actually have told me, obviously, they all live together in res, and they are affectionately known in Pretoria as the men in suits. And I don't know if you've seen Cloudburst, but they did all arrive dressed very smart, very professionally, which is always a nice change because a lot of pro gamers arrive in their pajamas.
Absolutely. So we'll see if they do get a +2 to fortitude from their outfits that they're coming in on. And how is that going to pair up against our team on LUNAR? I mean, as you say, all we have are the stats that we've been given for these two teams. It's a PE versus Pretoria matchup that's going to be coming in here. And, of course, our first map, is going to be Icebox, which LUNAR have said that is their favorite map.
Which I've never heard from a competitive team. Everyone hates Icebox. In fact, most of the teams I spoke to said Icebox was their least favorite map. And I'm fascinated that they say it's their favorite. I actually wrote in my notes WTF next to that. But we are going to see them on Icebox. It's their favorite. They've also told me they have a very unorthodox style, and they believe that that is going to be the thing that sets them apart from everyone else. We do get to see them, of course, playing as attackers first. So LUNAR takes on the attacks, and SONOP B, they're going to be jumping in to defend. They said that Icebox is their least favorite map.
So we've got a favorite map versus least favorite map, and surprisingly in the pick ban phase for the maps, that means that SONOP B, they didn't ban off their least favorite map.
Well, I mean, just because it's your least favorite doesn't mean you know, I have maps that are not my favorite, but I know I can play on.
Okay, fair. That's actually
I got other maps
point.
that I like, but I'm just useless on them, right? So you kind of decide from there, maybe. But let's take a look now as they lock them in. So SONOP B's locked in their agent picks. This is interesting for me. What do you think about that?
So going single duelist, I really like. I'm a bit concerned as to how they're going to play it out with a Brimstone instead of an Omen, but it could work extremely well. The Sage can block so many sightlines. Sova gives you all the information you need. Viper, with her recent changes, now all of her abilities apply an effect that basically reduces your health. It's called Decay, and that is going to drop your health down, and that does come back once you leave her ability, but as soon as you walk through it, you lose health, drop down to 50 health. So that means that if Viper is used effectively and you block out enough lines of play, you are essentially playing against opponents who are on half HP by the time you see them. So Viper extremely powerful here, and very interestingly, over on the side of LUNAR, Icebox being their favorite map and them not playing Viper. That is extremely unorthodox. That's what they told us. They said unorthodox is their way they want to play.
That's what they like.
That is what we're seeing now.
I'm quite excited as well. Problem Sucks is playing my favorite agent, Ray's Little Bomber Girl, and you'll see why I call her that in a little bit. Hopefully, if it gets that LT online, you're going to get excited. So this is going to be interesting. A bit unorthodox, but obviously first round, everyone just kind of feels each other out. It's a little bit of a pew-pew, but not too much that we can judge from it, and we will now be jumping into that. I think this will be the most evenly matched up competition that we're going to see in this first round. We say that mainly because we don't know about these teams, but I think with LUNAR's unorthodox style, it could be an interesting one.
Oh, absolutely, and right away, I am the Sped. Going to be throwing out his dart to get some... Oh, that's a lot of jumps, and oh my word, that means that we do have Senor Jelly already pushed into kitchen. He does get revealed. And he's actually just going to use Tailwind to get out of there as soon as possible. Problem Sucks wants to push in, but Scorpion is going to find a shot onto his head to deny that push.
Goodbye, Little Bomber Girl. That was quick.
Okay, but there's a trade from Spice, and now there's this push, but we still have the entirety of SONOP sitting on B, whilst we have LUNAR just pushing in. They've got side control, all four of them on site, and now there's 3 players from SONOP B. just have to slowly but surely make their way
This is
back.
a very slow rotate. I'm not quite
Spike
sure what SONOP
planted.
B is doing because they've separated themselves up a bit. I would have run as a team to kind of get in. This has allowed LUNAR a chance to put the spike down. Now they can set themselves up really nicely, just monitoring all of those entrances. Good job from them if they can keep this right, because it is going to be really difficult to get in. That's the thing about Icebox. This is why most people don't like it, is because of those narrow tight corners that you can hold.
There's so many angles you have to watch out for now. Jin for Jin is potentially going to be struggling this one. Oh, can he get the fix? He does get a hit shot, but not quite enough. And we see LUNAR taking the first round.
They set themselves up really nicely. The verticality of Icebox means that they had that time, because SONOPs took so long to rotate. They were able to kind of move themselves up a little bit, keep some agents on the high ground, some below, and then just monitor the entrances in. That's the thing about Icebox. Once you're there, you can kind of shut it down really quickly. So SONOPs is going to have a little bit of a rethink about where they go. Choosing to split themselves up, I think, is what they're going to try and do. So maybe send 2 to A, maybe 1 to A, and then the rest wait for B. Who knows? What is LUNAR going to do, though? That is the question. This is a bunch of friends who all play together and have been playing together for some time. So they have good comms. They can adapt quite quickly because they know one another.
Oh, wow. Okay, instantly a trade comes out. Scorpion falls down regardless. 3 versus 4. It's favoring LUNAR once again. Ace Hardlight is playing over in mid. Extremely aggressive play from a defender, and actually going to be facing up against the Bomber Girl. Problem sucks. Peaks manages to assist Christian in getting the kill there. And now Jin for Jin, not in the best of positions to be in. This Marshall actually zooms out at the worst possible moment. Christian gets a kill, and now I am the sped. Needs to make something happen. Pushes up, but the angle superior from LUNAR.
They said it was their favorite map. I mean, it's pretty clear. They specifically said that with this map, there's a multitude of ways that they like to play the corners. They like to use the open areas. They like the close quarter combat. Basically, they like everything about the map, and they're showing that. They've got this. This is the thing, when you have good map knowledge, and you know how to play it, and you're a group of friends who play together all the time, they've figured this out. They know how they want to go, and it's obviously working in their favor.
Absolutely, and on top of that as well, I have to point out, on the contrary for SONOP, we're seeing something that we also saw on SONOP A side, where their economy is not their strong point. So hopefully they're going to be able to rebuild from here. Ace Hardlight with a Spectre, and Spike just takes the kill on him very, very quickly from Belt. And now posturing over onto the site. Senior Jelly's going to be pushing up. He does get flashed, backing off. Hopefully something can happen. Problem Suck's going to be throwing the paint shells within the Cloudburst there. Try to slow something down, but there's actually no plays there just yet. They're backing off to play retakes. As right now in the back, actually on the flank, that's still Christian is the one holding the bomb. They're not taking the bomb onto the site just yet. This could spell doom, as Remy in the back line right now. Jin for Jin is holding onto rafters.
Spike down A.
And oh my word, there's only one player left.
I'm super surprised as to, I mean, good job from the defenders. I'm super surprised as to why they didn't choose to plant quickly there with the spike. They were on site for a long time. They had a lot of space there for a long time. I'm not sure what was going on there. Maybe just got really excited about all the bullets. Sometimes that happens.
I think just a bit of miscommunication, definitely an excitement thing. What are they using the early paint shells for? Okay, so early paint shells can actually be a strategy, because you can get characters up onto certain elevations that usually they can't do because they don't have movement abilities. But as we were saying, just a little bit of a shaky start there for the attackers. And now, at least B is actually open for them. B long, they can just push right through this. Decay happens, but Synergelly's out of it before it becomes an issue, and already going to be pushing onto sites. It's just I am the sped right now on his own. He's going to have to solo against 4 players. He peeks out, and oh no, he has to run away scared. Senior Jelly is the one who gets kill, and they're planting already. Once again, SONOP B taking so long to move off of A sites to see that the entirety of LUNAR are currently on B.
This was a really good push from LUNAR. I think that maybe comms from SONOP needed to happen a little bit faster about where they were rotating. Senior Jetty's got a really nice angle here. All of the team members have kind of figured it out now. They just need to do a couple of shots. Look at that, Vetsedet. I love the sound. And there we go. That was a really good one from LUNAR. I think a really good push and a really good play. Do you want a fun fact? Let me throw a fun fact at you, Cloudburst, while we're hanging out.
Let's see.
So, do you know that LUNAR's team name actually came about because they were all a group of friends who started playing, and none of them had good internet, so they had to use nighttime data on their SIM cards, and it meant that because they were doing that, they could only play between midnight and dawn. Otherwise, it was too expensive. And that was where their name came from. So
that is a beautiful story, actually.
I think it was quite fun. I mean, they also mentioned that they only practice 30 to 60 minutes every day, so I'm presuming that's happening between the witching hour and 4 a.m., depending on where you're at.
Absolutely, and now pushing through into kitchen, they want to posture towards B site once again, and it's all opened up. Spike getting 2 kills here, pushing in, and once again we see I'm the Sped falling. The site is open, and now whenever I try to switch their character, they're already falling, and Jin for Jin not able to find the pick here, using run it back, and now he's out in the open, over in defender spawned. Looks like he's probably going to back off and try save this one, but LUNAR, regardless, even though it's day and they're all Nightwalkers, they're making work here. Christian, okay, does get caught out, so Jin does get a kill. Hot Hands could heal him right now, but it looks like he's going to take this. Okay, he does give away his position.
I mean, even before then, they would have known where he was after he took that player down. I wonder if he should have just stayed back a little bit. There's a part of me that wonders if he shouldn't have just kind of saved the round. I think the moment he moved away, they figured out where he was. Even if he got that pick, the comms that happened would have been safer to maybe stick it out. But again, I'm not sure to tell you how to play the game because I miss pretty much all the shots I take.
Well, everyone misses all the shots they don't take, so at least he tried to get something. He did find a kill onto Christian. However, the economy right now for the side of LUNAR is extremely superior to what we see from the side of SONOP B. 9,000, that is the cap. Spite is sitting happy, but Spite forgot to buy armor.
So for those watching who don't know anything about Valorant, let's talk about how you make that economy good, right? It's all about getting those picks, winning those rounds.
Absolutely. The more picks you get, the more rounds you win, the more money you make. When you die, you lose your weapon and you have to rebuy. And of course, different weapons have different costs. And similar to the cost that just happened to Remy Boy for that peak, if you take the wrong costs or you buy the wrong weapons, your economy is going to be affected negatively from that. And now Ace Hardlight falling as well. Vetsedet making things work. Jin for Jin getting another go. We got shocked out by I Am the Sped taking him down. That was a team kill. That was a team kill. Oh, not what you want to see.
A team kill.
And a team ace.
Team kill for SONOPs. They all live together. Someone is going to find something not so nice in their bed tonight because we don't forgive. We forgive, we just don't forget. So sleep with the lights on, whoever that was. I missed who it was, but I'm just warning you. Sleep with the lights on.
Yeah, that was I Am the Sped messing up his shock dart lineup and killing Jin for Jin.
I know, but he's forgiven because I Am the Sped 69 is the best in-game next, so it's okay. You're allowed to team kill once. Once
a match.
I was about to say once in a while. No, once a match. No, not once a match. Once. Full stop, Cloudburst. What is going on here? Okay, let's get back into the game.
Okay, so once again, we do see LUNAR. They do like pushing mid. It is all smoked off. They do get access into kitchen due to this. But Jin for Jin wants to try and make something happen. He sees a peek, but that's a lot. He's trying to get the damage in, but actually going for the ADS there was detrimental to what he was trying to do. He uses the Blaze to make sure he can get out in time. Scorpion holding back, but once again, it looks like they've given up most of the side. Problem sucks. It's going to have the flank and goes for a re-peek. Extremely dangerous, and Ace Hardlight takes him down, but Bomb already moving on to B side. Vetsedet sticking with it. He's going to plant. Now I Am the Sped holding Snowman. Does get some... Oh, okay, the dart comes up, but he doesn't get the information he needs. Okay, there's a bit of information. He gives up his own. He's not getting rid of the opponent's shock dart.
I mean, they know where he is now, and then it's just this is the thing. Once you know, because they were able to see, so you saw if you were watching that kind of yellow study line. They knew where he was. Wherever he moved after that, they'd be watching those spaces. He probably should have moved a little bit faster, maybe. Tried to defuse there, didn't work out. Vetsedet just ran around and went pop, pop, pop. You're dead.
Absolutely, alongside Spaceadet. Oh, I call him Speed Cadet now. It's Vet Cadet and our man over on Spite. I must say, Spite's having quite a lovely game over on the Sage here, utilizing those walls really well and finding many, many kills. But Senior Jelly, once again, has been the catalyst for these pushes. Finding the early picks, continuing to push on them, and I feel like right now, SONOP is really shaky in their way of playing. And if we look at the economy, once again, talking about that or continuing from what we were saying, you can see that LUNAR right now, all of them have Vandals, all of them have a lot of cash to carry on. Even if they lose this round, they'll have enough to buy the next round, maybe even one after that. And we see a half buy once again from SONOP. Senior Jelly, once again, finding the opening pick over on mid. And now, Vincent with the bomb, going to be pushing up. Spite, still finding those kills, boosting himself up with this barrier orb.
The thing about Icebox is when you drop these poison walls and things like that, because of the verticality of it, it's easy to kind of get away from them, right? So they don't have as big an impact as you might like. So we specifically saw this with Viper. I mean, 2 of her abilities dropped and neither of them really having much of an impact.
Yeah, especially with the way that LUNAR is winning here. What Christian did here is, as soon as Viper used that, he used his Shrouded Step to get up onto the high ground. And due to that, as soon as Viper leaves that, because she thinks she's safe behind it because no one's going to push, he can see from above and just take them down. Of course, the kill did go over to Senior Jelly with an angle. The pressure that was applied from Christian just fought them off of it. But now we're seeing a scoreline once again, when in the first half, we see one round go one way. But could this be another case where you just have one side steal the show?
This is interesting for me because LUNAR specifically said that they have this very unorthodox, chaotic playstyle. They also explained to me how a team beats them, which I don't want to share just yet because I feel like it's a spoiler. But you're seeing it. They are very chaotic. They kind of separate themselves. It isn't like a tactical move onto sides. It is chaotic, but it works for them because I think it's throwing teams off. And this happens if you get sort of stuck in a lot of competitive games and you practice lots of competitive games. To suddenly have a team come out and just not do anything you're used to, run around like this in Senior Jelly, my goodness, you are quite good with that big shooty. And as I say that, he does it again. Nicely done. But it is working for LUNAR, and I think that this chaotic style is going to be off-putting to quite a few teams, not just SONOPs.
Okay, Gen peaks, and that's the first ace we've seen.
Yay,
Senior
Jelly! And you have such a fun name to say. Look at that. Well done. Is that the first? I'm pretty sure that's the first ace we've seen in the Campus Clash Finals.
It definitely is, and well-deserved to Senior Jelly. Playing really aggressive there and knowing the timing on when to re-peek and angle, knowing exactly where SONOP B's players were all situated. Site was already controlled by the teammates, just alleviating all that pressure. And Senior Jelly here to steal the show, maybe taking a little page off of African Bot's book. We might see more aggressive plays now.
I mean, I don't want to lay a gauntlet down, but I've just added that to my notes list. Senior Jelly getting the first ace of the comp, and I haven't made a note yet on African Bot, so no pressure, Bot, but you haven't made my notebook yet. Senior Jelly has. We're calling him Senior. Did we just kind of make him Spanish?
Yeah, I feel like that just happened on the way. You were Senior already. I feel like Senior is a bit more adding some spice to the mix.
The programming students from Spain, not really, but we've decided Senior sounds smarter.
Lovely angle.
Spite, that was beautiful. They know this map so well. This is the thing, map knowledge plays a huge role. If you know the map and you're confident on it, they've got some really good lines that they get you.
Now, actually having to walk back into their own Viper's bite, we're seeing some more situations of, oh geez, absolute chaos. I mean, we thought LUNAR was going to be chaos, but just holding down on the Ares. Not finding too much, but Christian managing to get 2 kills off of that one.
It was a little bit of a bite back there from SONOP. So I felt like, I mean, more of a puppy nip, but it's a start. There was a little puppy nip there, and I think that it's a start, and hopefully gives them a little bit of confidence into the next one, because right now LUNAR is kind of running away with the show, and I think SONOPs needed that just to remind them that, you know what, you deserve to be here. You fought through all these other teams. You're in the finals. Give it your best shot, and I think that was a good round for them to maybe feel a little bit of that.
Here.
Definitely, and now we've seen this once before when A site is just left open. Now we only have one player here, and this is SONOP B's take on it, but depending on how they rotate, this could spell doom. And once again, of course, we do have Christian Boy sitting here in the back in case of any flanks. Jin for Jin is waiting for a boost to try to get something, but they're just giving up the site. They want to let them get the plant. they can play the trades after. It's
Jelly,
getting 2
Jelly,
kills.
Jelly,
One enemy remaining.
And there we go already.
Jelly.
Victory.
Well done. 3 for Jelly. Luna's looking good, man. They're comfortable.
round in the
They're
half.
feeling happy. This is now the last round for them to play
We're on the attack.
around the attack. So this will be their last hurrah, maybe. We don't know. Maybe they move to defense and everything changes. We haven't seen these teams yet. But they must be feeling pretty good with how they're performing. And look at the kills on Mr. Jelly.
25 to 3.
He
Oh,
must be
he's hoping
feeling,
to 30 bomb.
he's feeling good. He's feeling good. This could be it for him.
Oh, and going into the shorty, this means he's going to start off with the Blade Storm. Quick tailwind into Kitchen. But he's going to be facing up with an Ares. No. The Ares backed off. He knows exactly where that is. A very quick headshot here with the knives.
Jelly.
Potentially wanting to go for another ace. Same position he was in before. He only has 2 knives left.
No charge
Oh
left.
no. Oh no. He's stuck with nothing but a shorty. Okay, he's going to steal the Ares.
Jelly.
Oh,
Did he
he's-
do it? No. Oh,
yes,
there we go.
dude.
Jelly.
That's a vandal for Jelly. And this is a one-man wrecking ball. Christian, over on the kill feed, does get Scorpion on A side. And now, SONOP is split. At least Jin, for Jin, does manage to find a pick onto A. With his run it back. And
remaining.
now he's the last one alive as...
Jelly again. Jelly again.
Stronger.
29 kills, I believe, is where Senor Jelly is sitting.
Switching sides.
Oh, he is not messing around today. It seems like LUNAR came into this, they said they were going to play Unorthodox, and I didn't know Unorthodox meant just letting Senior Jelly just steal the show.
Take his gun away, Sonops. Take it away.
Take
And
it
the
away.
knives. And his keyboard and his mouse. Maybe his headset too.
Just having stare at the screen, see what comes out of that one. And of course, moving on to this now, we are on the second half. It is 11-1. But of course, with the side swap now, maybe we could see some greatness from SONOP B over on the attack. So of course, looks like we might see a mid push, or maybe they're moving a little bit towards A. Their weaponry that they're coming out with, all of them are going to be, or actually not all of them, they're going to be sitting classics. Looks like we're going to have quite a lot of utility to play with. Trying to get some information onto A as they're going to be dealing with the adversary of 2 players on A side. Bit of information, seems like it's only 1 player revealed. No rotation just yet off of B for the defenders. But a potential
Lots
change.
of noise happening. So lots of people running around in this game. You can hear those footsteps. It gets quite noisy. So a lot of intel being given just on the sounds, really. But not sure which side of it was stomping around in their big boots.
Oh no, he's just flashed his teammates. Jin.
Don't worry, it happens all the time. We've all done it. We've all been there.
Oh, we absolutely have. Okay, verticality did not work out. Ace Hardlight getting the kill there. Being taken down, Jelly getting a trade. And Remy
That's
Boy.
a 30 bomb, if I'm not mistaken. He's hit the 30 kills. Senor Jelly, good job.
Oh, he absolutely has. And now Jelly wants to find some more. Ghost, 1. Can he find the second? He's going to be shifted on by the
Player
3rd.
standing.
And oh
One
my, it's a
enemy
1 versus 1.
remaining.
So Sage versus Sage. Spite, 19 health on the defense.
Sonops could, this is good for Sonops. Look at their health in comparison. Just wait, I would say wait for Spite. I think it's Spite to come to you, because at the end of the day, you got that spike down. This is your opportunity to take that round.
Oh man, Remy just holding back, Spite peeking. Remy, oh, struggling to find the shots, but the bomb's about to go. I don't think there's time, even if Spite gets the kill. He fakes the defuse, he wants to get the kill, he wants to pass stats, but no, Remy Boy's not gonna let him.
Sonops is back in the game. Look at that. Sonops B takes a second round. Good performance from them. Nicely done. And now we've got an icebox map on our hands, because now there's going to be a big fight. I'm getting shouted at because my Afrikaans is not great. I can hear it in the corner, so apologies to any Afrikaans speakers. My pronunciation is horrific.
I mean, I'm not any better. So let's see what SONOP can do. Of course, they are on the back foot massively in this case. They still have a chance. They do have some weaponry to work with. They have bought up a bit. And I'm worried about what we might see from Vet Sedets sitting here with the Marshal, especially with the A sightline. No information granted just yet from the Recon Bolt, but an aggressive hold from the defenders with Problem Sucks. He's using this toxic screen as much as possible. Boombot coming out. He does have paint shells ready as well, as we will be seeing a push over into mid. But it depends how this is going to work out.
The pace of
Viper's Bite?
this entire battle is just slowed
Okay.
right down.
Oh, paint shells. That's going to just take some time. That gives them time to rotate. As we see right now on the map, mid is being pushed on now. And the Sped peeking, but such patient play coming in here from LUNAR. They're not giving them an inch. Oh no. Are they going to come mid? Oh, he gave away his position, Christian. You can't be doing that when they're pushing onto site, and Ace Hardline right inside. Oh no, he does not notice Jelly there. Oh, that puts him on 31. Oh, possibly even more, actually.
Really good patience
30
from
seconds
Jelly
left.
just to sit and wait it out. I think SONOP's is going to struggle here. I know I said the comeback's real, but maybe not so real. A little bit hard for them. They're struggling a little bit, and I think that LUNAR has the upper hand, specifically on this push.
You know what, Sam? I think so as well, although this changes things.
left.
Scorpion out on a tear. Can they put the bomb down in this time, though? 4 seconds has been... Well, it's over. They have to find Jelly. No, stop trying to plant. You need to find Jelly. No! The defenders win that. They get the kill anyways, but they don't take the round. It's now match point.
Oh
Match
no!
point.
Interesting. I'm feeling bad. I was just going to try to change the subject. Whenever I feel sad, I just try and change the subject, but we won't do that. It is now match point. This is LUNAR's game to win.
It absolutely is. I feel like SONOP B, a massive oversight, and that happens when you're in that moment. You know, our goal is to get the bomb down, let's do it. But as soon as the time starts ticking, you need to decide to change gears. They should have just pushed in there. There's only one player left.
Talking about SONOP B, I did give you an interesting fun fact about LUNAR. So before we start this round, really quick, should we have a little SONOP B fun fact? The fun fact is that Scorpion always plays with a backward cap on when he competes.
He's got the backwards cap on, right?
I did go do some investigative snooping, and he definitely has that backward
Oh!
cap.
Oh my word, but the backward cap did not
Yucky.
even save Ace Hardlight.
That was
A massive headshot.
That was really yucky.
Yeah.
You were on the receiving end.
Oh, absolutely, that was a disgusting shot. So now I'm instead going to be pushing in through kitchen. There is an Al drone. He needs to push through this, but it's going to reveal him. Now the advantage sits on LUNAR, but this player is unaware that there's more than one of them. He's going to try and bounce. Oh, that is unfortunate. It didn't bounce correctly. Betsynet coming in with another headshot with the Marshall. Don't give this guy any different gun. Keep him on the Marshall. It's working out for him.
This is going to be tough for SONOPs. 3 players. They need to get that spike down. If they don't do it, it will
Christian.
be LUNAR's game. As I say that, Christian shoots
One
someone
enemy
in
remaining.
the back. And
Spike
now
down
you
B.
got 5 players coming after
30
you,
seconds
Scorpion.
left.
I don't think that backwards cap is going to save you.
I mean, I doubt it, but he's going to try, and oh no, he could not control the recoil. The Ares is a different beast. And here we have LUNAR taking the first map on Icebox. Dominant, but SONOP, try structure together, but I think the team meeting here is going to help them out quite a bit.
There's going to be a sneaky team meeting, so we're going to give them some time to do just that. But of course, that first map going to LUNAR. Let's do a quick refresh, and we'll see you in a little bit. Map of the last game of our first round here at the Red Bull Campus Clutch, the South African finals, and LUNAR took on Icebox as their favorite, and they were able to claim a 13-2 victory. And Senor Jelly, 32 kills. How many of those were headshots, do you think? Let's take a bet. I'm going to go with 30.
Only 2 kills without a headshot.
I actually have no doubt that that's what happened.
I wouldn't be surprised. The man definitely stole the show, and I do hope that we see him once again on the Jet, but I guess that is not what's going to be happening, because he's actually going to be on the Omen this time, which is a completely shift over from your aggressive duelist over to your controller. But if we're going to talk about controllers, I am the Sped going up with the Astra, and definitely a more advanced character, extremely powerful find, and we're going to have to see how they utilize that. We saw some great efforts from Team earlier in the tournament with Newt over on the Astra, so can I Am the Sped live up to those big boots to fill?
So I think Astra is a big brain agent, and I Am Sped is studying computer engineering. So
But he's got the big brain to make it
the
work
big
there.
brain. I mean, I hope so. It's going to be super awkward now if it doesn't work out for you. But there you go. The big brain agent coming out. Interesting picks on both sides. What are you thinking about these, Cloudburst?
I like the compositions. They're quite standard. We have a double duelist Astra. which by all means, it works. It definitely works out. I think it's just a solid team comp, especially with the Sage. It gives them a lot to work with when they go to attack as well, to just stop sightlines to play with. But then if I go and look over on the side of LUNAR, they're going in with 2 controllers. They have Viper as well as the Omen, so that's a lot of space denial. And, of course, your favorite over here on the Raise with the Boombot that is smiling at us happily, as Problem Sucks is probably going to be opening up this round over on A short, trying to get some information in the cubby. And they're going to be pushing in. They are pulled in from the Astra from I Am the Sped, but no shots being fired, which means they're just going to push directly onto site. That is their Viper wall, which means that they get to move into it. And it's looking similar to some aggression we've seen earlier on Bind, where you go for the plant as soon as possible and you play the rest of it later.
I like this style. I mean, get on there, get the spike down, get the job done, put the pressure on defense to come, because now they know that they're going to run out of time to defuse. I like that. I think it can shake everyone up a little bit. As I say that, Scorpion takes down the little bomber girl. She's gone. But Senior Jelly hanging out. We're about to see how he does as a controller. As I say that, he's gone down as well. Scorpion.
Oh, no.
I never like scorpions, especially if they're in my shoe, and he feels like a scorpion in someone's shoe right now with the shots he's taking.
Okay, Scorpion gonna be. Does he get halfway? Oh no, he's gonna get swinged on. Okay, he did at least get halfway, so there's something that can happen. If Ace Hardlight finds the picks here, he could actually win this out, and not quite gonna happen. Christian stops him there. Really unfortunate seeing the Viper's bite hit the floor in front of him, but it worked out nonetheless.
I want to know the conversation that happened in the 5-minute break between map 1 and map 2, between SONOP B, because this looked like much a more impressive performance from them. They look a bit more confident. Is their map pick? So feeling a little bit more confident, understanding the map a little bit better, having better strats, but it looked a lot better from them, and I think that they're going to be feeling happy with that first round as well, even if they don't have the points.
Absolutely. I mean, Icebox, we do know that that is their least favorite map. So being forced to play that as your first map of the tournament is something that can be quite detrimental to your mental state that you're playing with. But talk about detrimental to your mental state, look at this rush through into Hookah. They know they've bought out more aggressively. Oh my, Scorpion is actually going to turn things around with a fantastic headshot. He gets pushed on by Senior Jelly, the one and only. Now on the Omen and still pressing the hurt over onto SONOP B.
They got the spike planted very quickly again. Smart play from them. I was expecting that. That's going to put the pressure on SONOPs now. 4v4. As I say that, Christian takes out Jin for Jin.
And Christian has a fantastic angle here. We're looking at the defender's entrance. Oh no, he has to be careful. Remy knows exactly where he is. He's going to go get the pick here. He has the advantage in the weaponry. And Bulldog, it's not just a small puppy anymore.
It's not just a small puppy anymore. Okay, now the question is, right, this particular map, let's just go through. Bind has the teleporters, it's really cool. How do you shut down a dominance attack like what we're seeing from LUNAR? So if you're SONOP B, what is the best way, Cloudburst, to shut this down? You're a pro player. Spill the tea, give us the secrets.
So unfortunately, the best way to stop that is by having a Sentinel that has, a Sentinel or information. So you want your Cypher, you want your Killjoy to slow them down, and they don't have either of those. Astra can be used to some effect for it, but you have to know your timing. You have to have your teammates there giving you information. And right now, their Sova's over on B, and it's going to get pushed on from Senior Jelly. He just gets taken out with the superior weaponry that Jelly's playing with right now. And wants to push further over into A, as in pipes, Remy Boy waiting for the swing. Senior Jelly's going to come out on top, though. Quite a bit of damage dealt at least, but not quite enough. Vetsedet coming in with the plant. And now to see what happens here is coming in from heaven as well as pipes. Jin for Jin. He's finding a way to get in. Vetsedet with the Marshall. Oh, doesn't manage to land the hit that he needs, and he's getting shot at from pipes as well. It's all up to Jin for Jin. There are not really weapons there for him either. Satchel Charge making sure that Problem Sucks gets out the way, and little Christian Boy peeking with the Bulldog once again. Flawless round for our lads in LUNAR.
I mean, what's interesting for me is LUNAR said that they do this sort of really chaotic play style that's, you know, a lot of teams aren't expecting. This has been pretty stock standard Valorant, and they've done it really well. I mean, they've lined themselves up nicely. They've got a nice lineup, and they're just getting the job done. Not too flashy, not too over the top, not too chaotic. Just know that they need to get to side, put the spark down, and that's it, and that's what they've been doing. So good job for them. I like that they can change it up a little bit. We saw in Icebox them being chaotic. Now they've just calmed right down and are just doing what they need to do to get those rounds on the board.
Now, opting to go through to B. No players on A, and that's 3 of SONOP B holding A at the moment. This toxic screen right now splitting the site in 2. So the amount of angles you have to look at are reducing. The amount of angles that your defenders have heavily reduced. Scorpion sitting there with the Ares trying to get some damage down, but actually gets put in a world of hurt from the paint shells. And once again, SONOP B have just given up sight. Despite he's going to be peeking with his knife up, but he gets the kill regardless. And Problem Sucks wants to find some more. Just Satchel trying to keep them away. Spike gets the kill onto I Am the Sped, and it's now 2v5 once again. Ace Hardlight wants to peek in, but oh no!
Last player standing.
Lineup's kill, and okay, he just runs it with the Ares. Gets the headshot, wants some more. Can't quite find the final shots. Senior Jelly once again, probably topping the scoreboard, and yes, he is 7-1.
He is, and that was an unfortunate one there that you saw at the end there. You get that pick off the one player, and then you turn around and the rest of his team is running at you, guns out. Senior Jelly doing a really good job. Turns out whether he's a duelist or a controller, he's got this. He seems quite confident. He's having a really good run here. And now, I mean, the problem is that I think SONOPS isn't looking as confident as I'd like them to look. They're seeming to back off a little bit, almost somewhat. I wouldn't say scared, because I don't think any player in this lobby is scared, but a little uncertain maybe.
Yeah,
and this is something that happens with teams. I mean, you've practiced for this. I say that SONOPS has actually told me that they couldn't practice that much because it was actually engineering week in Pretoria. So possibly that's the other thing. They haven't really had a chance to play together as a team because they needed to focus on their schoolwork, which I think is good. But it just means it's unfortunate when you're coming up against LUNAR.
Wow, the paranoia timed up with the push. And the issue I'm seeing the most from SONOP B is they're just so slow to rotate. And because of that, you can see, once again, the site is just completely given over to the side of LUNAR now. On top of that, LUNAR, they just applied the Viper's Pit as well. I mean, there's really not much you can do here now. There's no verticality to play with. And even if there was, I mean, Gen for Gen is going to be peeking into Jelly holding Heaven, which he does get the kill. A lovely timing on the shots there. Keeping the recoil at bay, getting the headshot. Maybe getting another. No, he's going to be White Swan. And the paint shells almost found in. Problem Sucks. Spectre takes him down though.
It was an unfortunate one because he got a little bit of damage onto the Sage, and then unfortunately just had to move to reload, and when he did, it gave Raze the perfect opportunity to throw those paints, and that was that. But now we're moving back in here. 5 rounds going to LUNAR. SONOP B just struggling a little bit to find their form here on Bind, and of course currently 1 map victory to LUNAR, and of course it is a best of 3, so if they take the victory here, they'll be advancing to the next round. But it is a best of 3, which means if SONOP can turn this around, they'll have an opportunity to take this to a 3rd map, and that will be split. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Right now though, just looks like when it comes from the attacking side of things, LUNAR's got this covered. They've got SONOP's number and they know how to take them down.
Oh, Ace Hardlight does find a kill into Christian with the Hunter's Fury. Resurrection comes through a spite. Bet Cadet gets the trade as well. And okay, here we go. LUNAR's opening up once again, but this is probably one of the first times that we've seen all of SONOP on the site that they need to be on. A Lear and then actually getting the Devour behind the Lear, but the reload in the Ares is so slow and it's not quite enough, as now it is all up to I Am the Sped to take down 3 players on A site Bind. With the Spectre just trying to spray, maybe try and find some information off of that. Without being thrown, but oh, the angle is being held by Senior Jelly.
Unfortunate one for I Am the Sped 69. I'm going to say his full name every time, Cloudburst. And now it's just, this is starting to look like a little bit of a runaway on the side of LUNAR with them being on attack. They just seem to know exactly what they want to do and where they want to do it. And I just wonder how do you stop them? You need some sort of opportunity to put a wall in front of them and say, nope, you shall not pass. But right now it just seems like SONOPS, they need their Gandalf and they don't know where Gandalf is.
Gandalf has disappeared. I think one of the things they need to do is they need to start stacking players more on a site, and that's actually what we're seeing here with I Am the Sped on the Astra holding back. Gen for Gen going to be using the run of back to play really aggressive. Knows information now. Knows that there's 2 players over in A short. Curveball, they haven't pushed that far yet, so going to have to watch out for that. Okay, Bet Cadet does get a pick over in Heaven. Gets another pick here, just, oh my word, just threading the needle through the Lear. A resurrection onto Ace Hardlight over in heaven, but he knows where that is. That's 3 kills on the board just this round. Make it 4. He could go for a 6-player Ace. Okay, Showstopper from Problem Sucks takes down I'm the Sped. An Ace is still possible. They just need to know he's currently in lamps.
There they are.
Does he find it? Yes, he does. There we go. Getting an Ace from Vexides. I mean, it doesn't come up as one. He got 5 kills. He got...
It's like a cheating ace, Patrick.
It is like a cheating ace.
You got to get the ace in the round. He didn't. I'm taking it away from you, Vexides. Do better. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I'm not. I am taking away your ace. But, like, he did get five kills in a row. Well, not in a row, but he was able to get one earlier on as well. Took the whole team down. So... they're just looking more and more confident. I mean, that's what's happening with LUNAR. They're just having a good time. They are 5 friends that play together. That's their thing. They just want to enjoy themselves, and they're definitely doing just that. SONOP B, though, they're just... It seems a little bit like they're struggling somewhat in the sense that maybe LUNAR is a difficult team to prep for. You can't get a lot of information on LUNAR online as to how they play, so it's really difficult to do the prep. And you had engineering week, so you didn't have a lot of time to play.
Absolutely not. And talking about that right now, Remy Boy falling early, Scorpion falling early, and once again, nobody is on site that needs to be on site, which means we have a full setup from LUNAR over on B side for Bind, and then the spike down now means that this is now a time-sensitive situation. Ace Hardlight is going to be trying to posture into Hookah. Of course, there is a sightline there. Vexides is holding over
Scanning ahead.
in Hookah, waiting for his opponent to push through. Has the operator. He's going to be using the dart. Gets some. Doesn't get information off there. I guess he does. There were shots fired, and that's unfortunate. I'm the Sped holding back as we do hear the Hunter's Fury trying to make some work from Ace Hardlight. Trying to use Guardian. I'm the Sped not able to make something happen, and now Jin for Jin just playing it safe, taking the teleporter, which means he might just be chased down. It's all of LUNAR right now are on the hunt for this man. And they might just be able to find it as well. Oh, as the round
Just the time he
ends.
gets to keep his gun. That's what it's about. Keep that gun. Yay, I don't think that they got that shot. We'll have to find out. I'm pretty sure that he saved himself there.
Yeah, he saved himself. He was saved by the clock. Saved by the bell.
More Lord of the Rings references. I mean, it's basically he was holding onto that gun going, my precious. Almost got taken away from you, but not the case. I am the Sped 69 doing a little look-see into the astral plane so he can drop all of his pretty stars. Of course, that gives him abilities on the map. Things like smokes and stuff like that makes it a little bit easier for him to set those up. That's how Astra works. She's very confusing, though, and I'm not even going to try to keep explaining more.
I mean, talking about this, it's Astra alone on A, and this is the issue. Finally, we're seeing an early rotate. If we just quickly look at the map here, they're moving in. So now, it's all about how do they make this work. The site, there's already so many players from LUNAR on site. We even have a boosted Sage. Paint Shell going into heaven. Doesn't really deter them all too much, but Remy Boy falling now over in pipes. This is so detrimental to the push that they want to have happen. Leah, let's find something. Vexides finds a kill on top of that as well, and oh my, it's all up to the one man on SONOP that's left on his own. Does put out a hot hand in the hope that they push through it, and all 3 of them are just there waiting for him. The flawless round in round 9. Of course, we do still have 3 more rounds of the first half, and right now, LUNAR not dropping a single round.
Not a single round. They're looking really good. We saw them play very unorthodox on Icebox. Now they're playing a pretty normal Valorant game, if you like, textbook for those who are watching, and that will mean that it just shows their diversity, that they're able to swap it around, and that's something that's a little bit worrying. I have also found it interesting that we haven't seen, I mean, a lot of these agents have very cool ultimates, and I'm not at all saying this because I've just patiently been waiting for Razor's Showstopper, but we haven't seen a lot of that ultimate use other than the resurrections a few times, and I think it's mainly just because the shootouts have been enough to kind of take the players out and win rounds.
A lot of contact play, and talking about contact Christian, getting a massive kill onto Jin for Jin, and the difference we saw in this round was that the defenders on SONOP B tried to push up A main to change up, to flip the script and really throw a hard one that hopefully LUNAR wouldn't be prepared for, but it shows, as you were saying, they're adaptable. It doesn't matter that they weren't ready for it. They could change their play. They just pushed through bathroom aggressively and knew that they'd be able to loop back around and get the kills. So SONOP B must be shaking in their boots now.
I mean, this is the thing. I never like to play in the heads of players because you never quite understand what's going on. But I think that there's a level of frustration that now comes in.
Yes.
When you haven't been able to get around on the board, there's two things that could happen. So option one is that you're all just feeling down together, feeling a little bit, trying to motivate each other, but feeling annoyed. The other option is when the team starts fighting. Which is where everyone blames everyone else. So I hope it hasn't gone that route yet, and I hope that they're still motivating each other. This has obviously been tough for them. LUNAR has really come out shooting. Look at Senior Jelly as I say that.
On the board.
Jelly.
And you talked about his headshots, but okay, Scorpion does manage to deal one back to him, but he ends up falling to Problem Sucks. So 2 versus 4 now, and things are not looking very bright for SONOP B.
I don't think SONOP B was ready for that, Jelly. My
That is
dad
too
would be
good of a
so
line.
proud of my jokes today. I got the dad jokes for days. Jin
That's
for
even
Jin.
worse. Okay, so Jin for Jin needs to find a way into this. Of course, we do have the showstopper now.
standing.
And Cam, the boom lady, gets the boom, which is exactly what she does to win the round.
And we got to see it, which you gotta love. My favorite little bomber girl
Last round
dropping
before the
the
switch.
showstopper. That big rocket launch is so cool.
It is
Boom,
awesome.
boom, pow. Didn't really build that up as much as I wanted to because I was still laughing at my own joke. But that's fine. We got to see Razor's ultimate. 11-0, the last round before the swap, and LUNAR, they're just, I mean, runaway. I want to say runaway train. I want to say dominating performance. I want to say all the cliches that we would normally say. But yeah, they're doing a good job. And it's a pity because I think we have to remember when we watch games like this that it's very easy for us to maybe not appreciate the fact that the other team still had to work through a host of competition to get here. They are in the finals. They're one of the top 7 teams. But a loss like this, and it isn't a loss yet, but the likelihood is that if LUNAR continues, it's going to be problematic. It can't be easy for SONOPs, and I don't want them to forget.
Jin
As
for
I say
Jin.
that, Jin for Jin goes, we know, Sam. Don't worry. Look,
Yeah,
we're going to show
we're well
you.
aware. And he just gets rid of the
We
operator
belong.
there.
We belong. Look at that.
Oh,
Scorpion
but
as well going on, but Jelly's there.
Jelly has the perfect angle to play with, and he's going to get peeked on. Oh no, he might have to reload soon. 9 bullets in the clip. Does find the kill, and now he has to be very careful about being pushed up, which is exactly what's happening here. Oh, Jin for Jin cannot find it. Senior Jelly might just pull off an amazing clutch here. The bomb is so far away from him. He knows where Scorpion is, but the Lyra comes out, and he cannot come out on top. That is a round on the board for SONOP B, and they're not down and out just yet.
This is what we've
Switching
been
sides.
waiting for. There we go, SONOP B. A little bit late, but I mean, there's another joke there that we're not going to say about better late than. But they're there. They're in the mix. SONOP B has jumped on in, and this is good. They've got a round on the board as the change happens. They've left it a little bit late, but it's going to make them feel good, right? Now they move to attacker. Maybe they're more comfortable on attacker. We'll never know. But well, we'll see now, actually. But this is good for them. I'm hyped. I'm ready. This is an opportunity. They'll feel a lot better. No one likes it when there's a big 0 there.
Not at all, and at least now they're on the attack, so they can set the pace in the game. Of course, it does depend what we're going to be seeing from them. Why do these players have the urge to switch to weapons like this?
Just for fun, Cloudburst. We're all just having fun. That's what games are all about.
Oh, definitely. Okay. Oh, okay. That dart did not go as planned at all. I'm the Spade wants to push into hookah, but this.
Are you
what
sure they
is
didn't
this
want to
wall?
go have a look in the trees? It's
What
like a
is this
safari.
wall? No ways. Oh my. Oh, Spice!
Down B.
Oh my, what a beautiful play.
That was a really clever position there. He basically created himself his own little angle.
That's not something you see every day. Someone
One
called
enemy
Grim.
remaining.
Because he has a flawless victory thanks to a fantastic Sage wall.
How clever. Okay, let's walk it through. For those of you that are watching,
Match
Sage
point.
can put these walls up. So normally you would block entrances. What happened there was Spike put it up to basically create himself the cover he needed to get a really nice peek on that entrance.
And no one expected for him to be behind it ever because there was only one of them. And usually Sage's barrier orb has 3 walls, or three pylons to make the wall. So that means that they actually broke 2 of the walls to have that being made. This is some serious strategy. And I
Will
mean,
he do another one? Show us another
yeah,
sneaky
show
trick,
us the
Spike.
wall.
Valorant 101 coming at you at the Red Bull Campus Clutch. Spite is teaching us how to trick everyone. Also, you know when you're in those unranked games and someone does something like that, you're going to be angry. They're going to be angry at you. They're going to tilt. So let's learn from Spite. Let's see if he can do something fun.
Well, I don't think he's doing anything just yet because all the action's happening on A. Senior Jelly just hiding behind his dark cover, which is going to be removed very soon, so he just replaces it with another one. And this is interesting because they're not going to shoot inside the smoke, and this is the most aggressive hold I have seen in quite a while. But just opting for the cubby instead. Spite is finding the kills now. Boosted up. Yeah, I missed the wall on its inception, but just outside the teleporter.
He tried to create a little sneaky situation there, didn't quite work. Jetty's taken down Scorpion, 2 players left for SONOPs. If they go down, this will be the end of their play in the Campus Clutch. Everyone's playing it quite slow. Look at this. Everyone's slowed right down. As I say, that Jin for Jin is gone. Remy has the opportunity to take him.
And it looks like Remy is not able to turn the tides of battle. Spite, a fantastic showing over on Bind. We saw immense usage of the barrier orb. The walls were beautiful. And just overall, good team munition from LUNAR.
I was really impressed. Of course, we now say goodbye to SONOP B, but they performed really well. And now we're moving into the semi-finals. Soft Gang, our top seed, who we haven't seen play yet, going up against Team, and Valorant taking on LUNAR. And I have some interesting tidbits, Cloudburst, about that particular matchup because I've spoken to both teams. But I think quick reset so we can get ready for these semis. So let's take a quick break. We'll be back in a little bit.